Jeff Bezos doesn't just run companies. He developed daily routines and leadership frameworks that supported building one of the most valuable companies in history. At 60 years old, he's worth an estimated $200 billion. He founded Amazon in a garage in 1994. 30 years later, Amazon is valued in the $1.5 to $2 trillion range. But here's what makes this possible. He maintains specific daily habits and leadership principles through 3 decades of explosive growth. From online bookstore to everything store, to cloud computing to space exploration. Jeff Bezos has a specific morning rule he's maintained for decades that most CEOs would find inefficient. It's not about productivity. It's about something he considers far more valuable. What is his morning priority? He runs Blue Origin, his space company, owns the Washington Post, and invests through Bezos Expeditions. But the most strategic part? Bezos has one decision-making framework he's used since Amazon's early days that guides every major choice. This framework is why Amazon expanded into seemingly unrelated businesses and succeeded. What is it? His success isn't luck. Amazon, $1.5 to $2 trillion market cap. AWS, $90+ billion annual revenue. But here's the secret. Bezos uses a specific meeting rule that frustrates executives but produces better decisions. This rule changed how Amazon operates. What does he require in every important meeting? And here's what reveals his actual priorities. Jeff Bezos does something every single day that has nothing to do with emails, meetings, or urgent decisions. He protects his time fiercely. What does he prioritize daily? From Wall Street analyst to garage startup founder. From online bookstore to the everything store. From CEO building Amazon to space entrepreneur building Blue Origin. This is Be Like Jeff Bezos. Everything you need to understand how he structures his days for long-term thinking, uses leadership principles to scale culture, and makes decisions that compound over decades. January 12, 1964, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Jeffrey Preston Jorgensen is born. His mother is a teenager. His biological father leaves. Age 4, his mother marries Miguel Mike Bezos, who adopts Jeff and gives him his surname. The family moves to Houston, then Miami. Jeff shows early signs of exceptional intelligence and obsessive focus. In high school, he's valedictorian. At Princeton, he studies computer science and electrical engineering, graduates summa cum laude. After Princeton, Bezos goes to Wall Street. FITO, startup building financial network. Bankers Trust, computer systems. D.E. Shaw, quantitative hedge fund, becomes youngest senior vice president. At D.E. Shaw, he's successful, well-paid, and on track to make millions in finance. 1994, Bezos is 30. He discovers a stunning statistic. Internet usage is growing 2,300% per year. He realizes something massive is happening. The insight? The internet will change retail. Someone will build massive online stores. If he doesn't do it, someone else will. The decision: leave Wall Street, start an online bookstore. His boss at D.E. Shaw tries to convince him to stay. Bezos goes on a cross-country drive from New York to Seattle, writing the business plan in the car. July 1994, Bezos founds Amazon in his garage in Bellevue, Washington, suburb of Seattle. Why Seattle? Close to major book wholesaler. Tech talent from Microsoft. No sales tax. Well, initially. Why books? Books are commoditized. Every copy identical. Huge selection. Millions of titles. Low cost to ship. The name Amazon is deliberate. Starts with A. Early in alphabetical listings. Reference to Amazon River. Biggest river, suggesting biggest selection. Exotic, different. July 1995. Amazon.com launches. Within 30 days, Amazon ships books to all 50 states and 45 countries. No marketing, just word of mouth. 1997, Amazon goes public. Stock price, $18 per share. Split adjusted, $0.075. Skeptics everywhere. It's just a bookstore online. In Amazon's early years, Bezos made one infrastructure decision that seemed wasteful and expensive. Investors questioned it. This decision became Amazon's most profitable business. What did he build? Late 1990s to early 2000s, Amazon expands beyond books. Music, DVDs, electronics, toys, clothing, everything. The vision: Earth's most customer-centric company, a place where people can find and discover anything they might want to buy online. 2000, dot-com crash. Amazon stock falls from $100 plus to $6. Analysts declare Amazon doomed. Bezos doubles down, keeps investing in infrastructure, customer experience, selection. 2002, Amazon Web Services, or AWS, begins development. 2006, AWS launches publicly. Cloud computing infrastructure for developers and companies. Critics: why is a bookstore company building cloud infrastructure? Bezos: it's the same skill set, massive scalable systems. Plus, we already built it for ourselves. AWS becomes Amazon's profit engine. By 2004, AWS generates $90+ billion in annual revenue. Other expansions: 2007, Kindle disrupts publishing. 2009, acquires Zappos for $1.2 billion. 2011, Amazon Prime Video. 2014, Alexa or Echo. 2017, acquires Whole Foods for $13.7 billion. Bezos is CEO for 27 years. Amazon grows from garage startup to $1.7 trillion company. His approach? Long-term thinking, decades not quarters. Customer obsession, not competitor obsession. Willingness to be misunderstood for years. High standards, relentless execution. 2021, Bezos steps down as CEO, becomes executive chairman. Andy Jassy, former AWS head, becomes CEO. Amazon's value at this transition, approaching $2 trillion. 2000, Bezos founds Blue Origin, space exploration company. Mission: make space travel accessible, establish permanent human presence in space. Funding: Bezos said he sells about $1 billion of Amazon stock per year to fund Blue Origin. Progress: New Shepard, suborbital tourism. New Glenn, orbital rocket in development. Lunar lander contracts with NASA. 2013, Bezos personally purchases The Washington Post for $250 million. Under his ownership, the Post underwent a major digital transformation, significantly increased subscriptions, and saw periods of profitability. Bezos Expeditions, personal investment vehicle, invests in Google early, Uber, Airbnb, Twitter, and many others. Net worth, around $200 billion. 2024, fluctuates with Amazon stock. Amazon market cap, $1.5 to $2 trillion, fluctuates. AWS annual revenue, $90+ billion. Amazon employees, 1.5+ million. Amazon Prime members, over 2 million, last publicly confirmed 2021. Blue Origin, around $1 billion annually. Bezos sells Amazon stock to fund. Bezos' routine is about protecting time for thinking, not maximizing hours worked. That morning priority? Bezos refuses to schedule meetings before 10 a.m. He says that he wakes up naturally, no alarm, has leisurely breakfast with his family, reads the newspaper, drinks coffee. He calls this puttering time. Most CEOs would call it inefficient. Bezos says it's essential. He wants to start the day calm and unhurried. By 10 a.m., when meetings start, he's mentally prepared. His brain is at peak performance. The morning is for thinking, not reacting. Wake up around 7 to 8 a.m. No alarm, natural wake. Morning routine: leisurely breakfast, coffee, reads newspaper, physical newspapers, time with family. No phone checking, no emails, no urgent tasks. He said, "I like to putter in the mornings." This is deliberate. Bezos protects his cognitive peak hours in the morning for high IQ decision-making, not email triage. Bezos has a specific rule about how many high-quality decisions he needs to make per day. Most CEOs try to make hundreds of decisions daily. Bezos has a different number. What is it? 10 a.m., work begins, meetings start. Bezos schedules his high IQ meetings in the morning when his brain is the sharpest. What are high IQ meetings? Strategic decisions, new product reviews, long-term planning, and difficult problems requiring deep thinking. Low IQ meetings, our status updates or routine check-ins, are scheduled afternoon or delegated. That meeting rule that frustrates executives? Bezos requires a 6-page narrative memo for every important meeting. No PowerPoint, no bullet points. The meeting starts with everyone silently reading the memo for 30 minutes. Then decisions begin. Why? PowerPoint hides fuzzy thinking. You can gloss over details with bullet points. A narrative memo forces clarity. If your thinking isn't clear, you can't write a coherent narrative. The silent reading ensures everyone is fully informed before discussion. It's slow, it's uncomfortable, but it produces dramatically better decisions. Lunch, often a working lunch, but not always. Sometimes takes time to recharge. Afternoons, continues with meetings, but less cognitively demanding tasks shift to afternoon. That decision-making framework from Amazon's early days? It's called Regret Minimization Framework. When facing a major decision, Bezos imagines himself at age 80 looking back. He asks, "Will I regret not trying this?" This is how he decided to leave Wall Street for Amazon. At 80, he wouldn't regret trying and failing at a startup. He would regret not trying and wondering, what if? This framework guides Amazon's expansion. Will we regret not trying AWS? Not trying Kindle? Not trying Prime? The question isn't, will this definitely succeed? But will we regret not trying? It enables bold moves. 5 p.m., Bezos tries to be done with work. He prioritizes evenings for personal life. That daily priority he protects? Dinner with family. Bezos has said he tries to have dinner with his partner, Lauren Sanchez, since 2019 and be present. No phones, no work talk unless absolutely necessary. He also said he does dishes after dinner. He finds it relaxing and meditative. For someone worth $200 billion, doing dishes seems odd, but it's about presence, routine, and normalcy. The evening is for recharging, not extending the workday. He'll sometimes do light reading or personal projects in the evening, but generally keeps work boundaries. Sleep. Bezos prioritizes 8 hours of sleep. He says, "I think better. I have more energy. My mood is better." He goes to bed around 10 p.m., wakes naturally around 7 a.m. Weekends are for family, personal projects, and long-term thinking. Bezos doesn't turn off, but he shifts focus. Time with family, reading, books, not just newspapers. Blue Origin work, his passion project. Physical activities, hiking, etc. Long-term strategic thinking. He's also known for taking extended vacations. He disconnects fully. He trusts his team to operate without him.
So now you know how Jeff Bezos operates: the no meetings before 10 a.m. rule, the high-quality decisions over high quantity, the puttering time that most CEOs would call inefficient. But that's just the daily system. What actually built Amazon from a garage into a $2 trillion company? It's the way he thinks, the leadership principles that govern every decision, the long-term thinking that bet on losses for a decade, the risk-taking philosophy that most investors said was insane. Part 2 reveals the mental frameworks behind the world's most successful company, the principles you can apply to any business, any goal, any long-term vision. This is where operator becomes strategist. Link in description.